You do not make a generalized statement of purpose. Please. You need to see if you're going to choose that you're going to apply for 3 to 4 universities, then know that your 3 to 4 universities will not be having the same statement of purpose. That is also called SOP. Will not You are not going to provide the same statement of purpose to each and every university. Do not make it generalized. As I said, research on what masters you are trying to pursue from that particular university. Research on what that university is expecting from you, and also most important thing is not only for statement of purpose, but in this particular field is that be authentic, be what you are. You are originally what you are, and that is what is the best version of you. Because if you are going to imitate someone, or if you feel that, oh, that person argued well in this, or that person wrote this SOP in this particular manner, I should also write in similar way. No, that is not going to make any difference. That's not going to make you stand out from the crowd, because that's not how it works. What you are is what is important. What you write is important. Obviously, you need to put your things very meticulously, and also you'll have to articulate things in such a flow that it is going to make a lot of difference and make a good impression on the recruiters, or maybe in your legal profession or in your practice. So your statement of purpose should not be generalized. Try being honest. Try being, like, for example, if someone has not scored first class, if someone has second class or maybe higher second class in their law degree, and because of that you are feeling that you are not going to get selected in this particular university, but you do have other things, like for example you do have internship experience, or you do have your extracurricular things, but maybe because your academics is not that well, or maybe because the marking criteria that I mentioned earlier, that Pune University marks horrible, sorry, but that is what is the truth. So if that happens, then maybe your opportunity may go. But no, that's not the point. If you state that into your statement of purpose, what were the mitigating circumstances that helped you getting, like, that made this thing happen, and why are you better fit for them? Even if you ignore the academics, but you do have some other skills which can make you stand out. Of course, I'm not saying that go and give a reason that, look, Pune University marks very bad, so that is why I scored bad. That is not what I write in the statement of purpose. Okay, fine. So you need to understand, you write your mitigating circumstances. Like for example, you can give such a circumstance that at that particular time you were going through some kind of mental issues, or you had some family issues, but actually make it convincing, so that that particular statement of purpose can make you stand out. And even if you are lacking in some of the other points which you feel is important for that university to select you, you still would be get selected on the power of statement of purpose. So please know that, be authentic, be you, be honest, and that is what is important. And that is what is not only important for statement of purpose, but that is what is important in each and every stage of your legal field. So moving ahead is, as I said, you have to select your country. So if you have selected UK, then you do not have to give LSAT. Your other bachelor's degree and your other kind of your CV, as I said, your CV is going to make a lot of impact. The extracurriculars is going to make an impact. Then your academics is going to make an impact. Your internships is going to make an impact. And how much, what kind of position of responsibility you had in your college days, your management skills, your other kind of skills are going to be taken into consideration. With that, but of course, you will also have to give entrance exams for English, for example, arts or TOEFL, which you have to give, because that is for common law countries is arts, and for USA it's TOEFL. But it depends if your university is going to give that, which kind of exam you need to pass in your conditional offer once you apply. So what you're going to need is, you need to apply for, when you're applying, you're going to need CV, letter of recommendation, and SOP. Of course, your experience letters, and of course your mark sheet. You're going to submit all of them. Then after that, you are going to receive a, if that college selects you, then you're going to receive a conditional offer if you're going to apply immediately after your law degree, so that conditional offer would be stating some kind of conditions. Maybe English entrance exam, you need to have band 7 or 7.5 in IELTS or TOEFL. That can be one kind of condition. The second kind of condition would be that you need to have minimum of first class in throughout your entrance exam. But then that's what I said. Your conditional offer is going to be dependent on what you have applied earlier. So for example, in your statement of purpose was so convincing enough that they won't give that condition in your conditional offer, saying that you need a first class throughout. But maybe they'll just give that you need English entrance exam with a band of 7, and then once you submit the proof that you have got that, you're done. You will get a unconditional offer, and then you can start your masters abroad. So, well, this is what is the process of application abroad, and of course, the other things which I talked about, process of application for masters in India also, I've talked about it. And so basically, after doing all of this, and now I said few students would be thinking that they need to, they don't want to do LLM, they want to get into practice. Few are thinking that they want to do LLM. So, what are the further avenues in career when you're pursuing law? So, like for example, the basic step after completing your bachelor's, you have to enroll in your bar of respective state, and you have to give All India Bar Council exam. That is must for you to practice. Okay, so that is basically the license you get to practice law. So if you pursue LLM abroad, now you have to think about there are too many critical things you have to think once you complete your LLM abroad. Like for example, which country you are applying, what are the visa restrictions on your particular course, and particular country has the visa restriction, post work visa. What are those kind of restrictions, and what are they granting you? So once you're done with, like for example, UK, now whoever is going to pursue UK LLM, they do get 2 years post work study visa. So then you can still get some legal opportunities because the employer would not have to sponsor you the work visa. But however, as we also see, like for example, in our country, we do need license to practice law. So also similarly, in those countries also you need license to practice law. Of course, you would get internships, you would get paralegal work when you complete your LLM, but you cannot practice full-fledgedly like a solicitor or barrister because you will have to clear your license exam. So basically, that is also one kind of part, and it is on you. If you do not want to do that, it's okay. You can pursue your LLM. You can come in India, and if you pursue LLM in India, then also you'll have to give the bar council exam. So what I am suggesting is think according to what you like, what you are interested in. So this is how you have to work accordingly. And then few people must be also interested in pursuing PhD. Some would be interested in judicial services, JAG, and of course, if after all this, if you are going to start practicing, right? So there are a lot of things. It is an ocean. You can practice in any kind of field. You can go in litigation. You can go in corporate firms. You can apply anywhere, wherever you want, and you can start your own practice as well. But what I would suggest is if you're doing internships during your bachelor's degree, that's well. If you're doing internships and taking work experience after your LLM for at least 2 years, minimum 2 years, it's going to be very helpful towards your future further independent practice. This is what I would suggest. But it is completely your choice how you want to pursue further your career. And as I said, it is an ocean. Everyone is learning in this ocean. Even I am into a learning phase. Even you guys are into a learning phase. Just that my age is more than you, so I can give you guidance because I'm ahead academically than you. But rather, I would just say I would also appreciate if I get anything to learn from you. So be open for learning at every stage of law because you are going to be in learning stage throughout your life. So you need to understand, you need to be very humble and you need to be very kind enough to understand everyone's perspective when you're practicing in this particular field, and also need to understand that not only you are going to be correct at times, people can also be correct at times, and if that is going to be something that's going to hurt you, then sorry, you need to actually change your mindset, because you have to be open to learning from each and every person. So, well, now I think you can fire questions if you have any. I will be happy to answer.
So thank you, ma'am. In life, we hardly realize that we receive a great deal more often than we give. And it is only with the gratitude that life becomes rich. So thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing all the experience and knowledge with us. I feel blessed that I was a part of this program and it was mind boggling. And we didn't even realize how time passed. And it was such an intriguing session. You nicely explained all the things that we have to do during the law studies. Your experience, your guidance, your path, your tips. You told that everything, each and every word you spoke is echoing in my mind. So thank you, ma'am, for all this. This was so inspiring that many people might be excited and pumped with energy to know more and ask questions to ma'am. So I request all the participants to drop their name in the chat box so I can call your names and we can take up your all queries. I repeat, please drop your names in the chat box so I can call your names and we can take your queries. Thank you. Yes, Abhishek Mukherjee, please unmute yourself and ask the doubt.
Hi, thank you, Aditya. Good evening, ma'am. I'm Abhishek Mukherjee, and I'm currently in my third year of my BA LLB course. I wanted to know what the procedure is to become or pursue becoming a barrister from UK, obviously.
Okay. Yes. So basically, first of all, if you do an LLM, are you interested in doing LLM or not? Like, what is that? What is your theme?
Yes, I do want to pursue an LLM too.
Okay, so fine. I'll tell you there are three important aspects which you need to understand. First of all, if you're going to pursue LLM, and after that, if you're going to think of pursuing, barrister's exam, then it's going to be a way more hectic. So if you're liking to do that, it is well and good. First of all, after LLM, you'll have to do PGDL, which is their legal law conversion course, which is most important because that is what is needed. Okay, and then after that, that would be of 8 months, and then after that, you will have to do the BTC exam, which is also around 9 months course. So if you complete both of this, then you'll have to take work experience of 2 years with a barrister over there, which is compulsory for you to get enrolled under the barrister regulation association. So basically, this is what the step is. I hope I'm
Right.
clear.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
So,
Yes,
so
you
yes.
were.
So
Thank you very much.
what I would suggest is that if you are interested in doing barrister and you want to stay there permanently, then barrister would
I,
be a nice option for you. But
okay.
if you're willing to come back and also practice in India as well as other countries, then I would suggest you do solicitor exam, because solicitors are where you can you work mostly into corporate world and you can practice anywhere in any country. But barrister would be particularly to the bar of UK. That's it. So it's on you. It's completely your decision. But just that I was giving you some extra tips. What I know.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Abhishek. I just request Sahil to unmute himself.
Thank you, Ms. Bhakti. It was a really, you really guided us so well that actually we were confused about whenever we go for the law side. So how to exactly what to opt for when we actually go for masters, and the way you explained that how moot code from moot code to legal drafting and all that stuff. So how it's important. Even if yes, ma'am, you are absolutely right that people ignore legal drafting, but that's actually bad. And I had a question when we opt for masters. So as you were telling that specialization while doing specializations, so while specializing in criminal law, So what would be the requirements and in which countries we can? So I had that question.
Okay, well, Sahil, see, if you want to pursue, as I said, the process of selecting a specialization would be same. And criminal justice, as I said, adversarial and inquisitorial. So you need to understand the difference between both of the systems. So if you want to practice criminal law in USA, it is going to be completely different from what you're practicing here or in your common country, common law country. But if you want to pursue your LLM in criminology or criminal law from UK, it will have similar impact where you can practice in UK in common law jurisdictions and also in India. So it is on how you want to select your legal systems. Where do you find interesting and how do you go on? How do you go about? So I think am I clear or if you
And
have any
thank you,
doubt?
ma'am, for and ma'am, thank you about telling the reference books importance. Actually, even I was using the shortcuts of notes and all. Thank you for telling us the importance of reference books. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aditya.
Thank you, Sam. I just request students to drop their names in the chat box so I can call your names if someone is having doubt. Okay, thank you guys. Ma'am, personally, I just want to ask you one question that I am from first year.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, ma'am. I am from first year and I just want to ask you that from which year we have to start the internship? Which is the correct age to start the internship?
Okay. See, there is no requirement particularly that you start in this particular age or in this particular year. What I would suggest is first figure out things which you have on your plate. Like for example, if you are into your extracurriculars in college and you are also focusing on academics, but if it is affecting your academics and you're not scoring well in academics, wait for a second. Apply for internships during your holiday period. After your exams, you do have some 1 month holiday period, right? So that time you should apply for internships and do not then focus on part-time internships with your college because it should not affect your grades. It should not affect other parts which is really important in your career life. So you can start interning from your first year itself. But that, as what I said, like do not get disheartened if you're getting clerical work because that is what you ought to get in most of the legal firms and also in the litigation firms. So try to understand most importantly you should start ideally from uh, third year because that is what you start your legal subjects, right? But then obviously you again have to deal with your legal subjects because they're going to be little different than what your BA subjects are going to be because you have very less law in first 2 years. So that is the time where you explore a lot from your extracurriculars because you only hardly have 3 subjects. Am I correct? You have 3 subjects per semester, and then from third year there are 4 subjects per semester, or maybe 4 subjects per semester, but 1 legal subject and 3 non-legal subjects. So it becomes easier for dealing with it. So I would ideally say that first 2 years, try figuring out what you exactly want to do, manage and try balancing everything like academics, extracurriculars, and also if you can do, start interning from your holiday period, and then from third year, start part-time interning with your academics and extracurriculars. This is what I would say.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your precious guidance. I just now want
And
ask
Mhm.
now I just want ask Yash Vardhan to unmute himself.
Thank you, Aditya. Good evening, ma'am. This is Yashwardhan from second year BLLB. And my question is about the financial aid and scholarship options available for Indian students.
Okay, so first of all, financial aid and scholarship thing is going to be there are a lot of scholarships available, but to be very frank, uh, they are going to be available for LLM in India, and LLM in abroad is like the scholarship for LLM in abroad is usually not the source which you're going to get from India itself. But if you apply for scholarships from abroad, like for example, each every university has their own scholarship funds. So if you apply for those, then maybe you can get scholarships. Then there are also Schengen scholarships. You can apply for those, but the criteria obviously is going to be very high. And as you know, being a student from India, you are not the only one applying for LLM. There would be almost so many people applying from all over India to that particular college for that particular specialization. So it would be very like it would be hardly impossible to get a scholarship immediately. But you can try if you have your if you have your laurels so high that you are scoring very well in 90s from 10th and in 12th, and then obviously now you are in Pune University. So as I said, you cannot go and give the reason that you're from Pune University even if you're scoring in 60s or 70s and that is highest in your batch. Still, you cannot give the reason that you know university marks less. So that would also be a consideration because private law colleges provide 80 marks to 70 to 80 marks to particular. Every student has their percentile in 70s and 80s, which we hardly have. Full university hardly has. So obviously they are going to be preferred over if there is a option for applying for scholarships. That's what I would say. So I think student loans would be the best option if you want to opt for. That can also be one of the options.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Yash, for your query. I just want now Ruchita to unmute herself.
Do we have Ruchita in the meeting? Ruchita Vora, you had a question?
Ruchita Voria, please unmute yourself.
Or else, if she is unable to unmute herself, she can post her query in the chat box. It can also be read by Aditya.
Hello,
Hello, yeah, I can hear you.
am I audible?
Quite audible, not completely.
I just wanted to ask if any diploma courses along with the academic are those advisable along with internships?
Yeah, so okay, so basically, I would say it is again a personal choice because even if you opt for a diploma course, it's going to add on in your academics. It's going to be a part of your academics. It's not going. Obviously, it is something which is important, and maybe there are few subjects in our full university which are not provided, but you can do those from by pursuing time. So the cybercrime thing is not, is not a subject which we have. Or if you're interested in one particular subject and you feel that you want to pursue your LLM or you want some extra knowledge in that, so you can do diploma. But as I said, it's going to be similar to your academics. It's going to add in your academics, but nothing more than that. So it's not going to give you any benefit ahead, but obviously it is going to increase your knowledge. It's going to give you more, forte is that particular law field, and it's going to be something where you can practice in that law also ahead. So it's going to give you some more extra information than others. So it's completely your choice. You want to do, you don't want to do. But yeah, obviously, few things are necessary. As I said, few things are really very necessary. You need to be very active in your law college from your first day. Because if you are going to be very lazy from your first day, and if you're going to think that an opportunity is going to come and you're going to you in that way, because you have to grab opportunities, and that is how it works. You have to fight for your opportunities, take it, prove it. And it's okay if you fail at times. It's okay if you feel that maybe I did not do well in this particular opportunity. It's not the last opportunity. You are going to get many opportunities. There are going to be many ways where you can, try improving your legal skills. So try getting lot of opportunities. Try being active everywhere. Try improving on your orientation skills, on your language, on your legal skills, on your drafting skills, or on your analytical thinking, logical thinking. Try reading case laws. Be very updated with the case laws, because that's most important. Because you might be thinking that it's okay, that's not going to come in exam. It's okay, when I start practicing, I'll think about this case law. But you never know, because, for example, I and one of my colleagues were arguing in because because we were very much active by reading, the recent case laws, and also we were reading it since like our first year started. We used to read it every day, like we were very, interested in what is going on, what are the recent case laws. When we were arguing legal problem, and that was totally outside the facts what he tried to ask me. But I was able to answer because I was updated on my current, updates with what law field is, what the judges are passing, verdict. So you need to be very, very apt with those things, and also enjoy your life. Don't rush and don't be very harsh on yourself that, oh, I have to do all of this and I'm not able to cope up with everything. It's okay. You can take few days off. You can take 6 months off of one semester, but then again get back on track. Not too long of vacation, not too long of break, because that's not going to be helpful in future. So be very much active. That's what I would just suggest, because that's important.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ruchita. Now, Priyanshi has posted her query in the chat box, so I will read it aloud. She wanted to ask that from when can we can they can we 3-year LLB student start our internship, and how can we start searching for it?
Okay, well, so Priyanshi, you being in third, like you are into 3 year LLB, so I would suggest you start your internship immediately, because you do not have 5 years time. Because even if because people feel that 5 years is a long time, it's not. So 3 years is a very short time for you. And how do you start? That's what I said. See, first of all, what are your interests? First, look at that. Uh, I think you should start with your first internship with your interest area, so that you start developing some interest in the legal field and start developing your practice, your forte into that particular field. And then slowly from second year, start diversing yourself. Not by sticking to the same kind of practice. Diverse yourself. So from first year, I would suggest you, how do you apply is go on websites of different kinds of legal firms, look at the deadlines. At times, you need to apply 6 months prior to the start date. So be very, very, knowledgeable about. At times, it can also happen that you enter some law firm and you talk to that person, or you talk to the senior advocate of that firm and talk that you are interested in doing internship. Share your CV with them, and maybe that can also give you an opportunity. Or it can, as I said, you have to apply. There's a process of applying. So search for their websites. If you do not have a website, call them up, ask them that what is your email ID? Can I share my CV? I'm interested in working with you. I am interested because, as we know, interns are not paid. I know that's going to be a big argument why they're not paid, because they are research work or with whatever work they're providing, and keep calling and keep follow-ups. See, it is not going to be like you call and you're going to get immediately, like they're going to be welcoming you. They're going to be like, okay, fine. They're going to be saying, fine, call me next week. I will get back to you. Call me 2 weeks later. Call me next month. So do not leave the follow-up thing because they are actually working in real cases. They are actually very formal and be very polite. So yeah, this is how you can apply for internships. I think I am clearing your doubt. I hope so. If you again have any doubt, you can please put that in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Now I consider that all our doubts are cleared and queries are cleared. If some more doubts are there, you can put in the chat box so we can answer it. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you all of you.
There is someone who really wants to ask something. Sneha, yeah. So she's asking something, and I think we have not answered her
No,
query. Happy?
no. She don't want to ask. She was replying to previous conversation.
Oh, okay, fine, no problem.
Okay. Thank you,
It's
ma'am.
okay if it's a question. Guys, it may happen that you are having guts to ask them. Others also may be having the same doubt, but they're not willing to ask. So even if you have very basic question or stupid question, it's okay. No one is going to judge you here because we all are learning over here. That's what I'm trying to explain. And also one more thing I forgot to mention. Please make your LinkedIn account. That is also going to help you networking. And also, second most important point, whenever you do your internships, keep your networking very strong. There is going to be a lot of challenging stuff going on. Like for example, there are going to be political issues there, not the real politics, the office politics, or maybe the kind of politics which you also face in your colleges or which you face in your offices. It's okay. It's okay to have that. At times you may have that part of that politics. It's okay. But what I'm trying to say is try maintaining your network. Be very much humble to each and every person and try learning from them. Try making yourself a better version rather than comparing to others or rather than thinking that that person is better than you and maybe by doing what he's doing or she's doing you're going to be better version of yourself. No, so just try making yourself a best version of yourself. That is what I would last.
So I hope that is going to make your doubts clear. I hope so.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Just by now moving forward, I request CDC chairman, our honorable Apte sir, to say few words about this program. I request Apte sir to say few words about this program. Sir,
Yeah, Aditya, I'm sorry. Uh, Somewhat there is a disruption from my side in internet connection, I suppose, because of which you were not audible. Uh, I'm very happy to be with you all as usual. Uh, I thank Dr. Anga Baldota ma'am for giving me this opportunity to be with you. She was and she is the guiding force behind such activities. So I thank her initially. Uh, I'm very happy to note that there is a sea change in the fabric of students in last, say, 4 decades. Uh, Behind 30, 40 years, when I was a student like you, uh, we were the category we were falling under also ran title. Yeah, we were there as law students, but not having so many aspirations. We were not having that much opening also at that point of time. 1890 decade was a very beginning of law as a career. And I remember in ILS, overall on entire campus, there may be maximum 20 students present at one time. 20 to 30 students present, more than students, there were teachers in the college. So now the scene had changed a lot, that you people are thinking of expertise, you people are thinking of in which area I should practice. Not only that I should practice law, but in which area I should practice. That's a great thing. And of course, the scenario has also changed. We learned 6 subjects a year. So all the way throughout our career, we studied only 18 subjects. And see how many subjects, around 40, 50 subjects you are learning in 3 years or 5 years course. So there is a sea change in the professional course also. I'm very happy to see a young lady like Advocate Bhakti Mutha, who is with all of us, and who has shared her experience. I know she is very young, and I should not say that she had shared an experience, because in this profession, at least, only what is counted is gray hairs or no hairs. uh, a person bar like me is having value in the profession. But it is great to see a young lawyer like Bhakti, who has opened up such a vast subject of law, and really she has pointed out extraordinary facets of this profession to a great extent. I'm not agreeing with her in entirety what all she spoke, but still fact remains that she has touched so many aspects of the profession, right from doing your moot court up to pursuing your career in LLM, and how to practice, in what way to practice, in which area to practice, for that what all the learning skills which you require, what all are the abilities which you should develop. So many things she touched, so many things she tried to put you open you with. Exactly, that is what is required, Bhakti, at this age. I think, and I'm sure that majority of the students are first year students. They are participating in this activity. And as in the beginning itself, if they are given such type of opening to what the law field is, I think they are going to be better nurtured as a lawyer, as a judge, as a politician, as a lawmaker, as maybe a great student of law, and a teacher also, or at times, a corporate lawyer. So many aspects you touched, Bhakti, today, which really was mesmerizing. Your oratory skill is very good. Your performance was extraordinary. At this young age of yours, if you are going to perform like this, there are sanguine hopes of your success in future, I'm sure about. And I have been told that you're pursuing your solicitor's exam. I wish you all the best for that. I'm very happy that you all are having such a nice lecture today, advanced by Advocate Bhakti, who is of your generation. Uh, and again, I have also learned a lot. LinkedIn, what all media, and social media to get connected. All these things are alien to my generation, at least. As she has been interning, she was a junior of Advocate Fatak, BR Fatak, I suppose, Balchandra happens to be my batchmate and a very close friend of mine. So, our generation is not used to, and you know what Balchandra is. So, we are not used to all these things, but I am very happy to note that you people are. And yes, tomorrow is your world. You know how to build your career, how to develop your contacts, how to bridge the gap between you and society at large. So, in my views, you people are better connected with the society. But my humble request to all of you is, join this profession, maybe as an advocate, maybe as a judge, maybe as a corporate law, in whatever field you wish to work. I'm not saying about a particular field, but first and foremost, be a very good human being, be a generous human being, and have that compassion in your mind that I am going to serve to the people at large with the legal knowledge which I am having at my end. So, all these things are going to help you throughout developing your career in any field whatsoever, wherever you go. And there are sky scope for your success. I wish Bhakti all the best in her future career. I wish all my students who are so inquisitive, who are so enthusiastic to participate in such activities. Yes, we are also coming out as DES Law College. We are also coming out with several such courses which will be helping you all to develop your career in future. So I request all of you to participate in all the activities. I assure Bhakti that she will be called here every time whenever there is a need. And I hope that she will happily join all of us. And I again congratulate Anga ma'am for giving we all this opportunity to be with a young lawyer and that too our alumnus. So thank you very much for allowing me to continue to join with you all. I'm very happy to be with you all. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. It means a lot. Thank you for your blessings and guidance. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was our honor that you joined us. Thank you. Now I request Harsha to take over the floor. Thank you.
Yeah. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping paper and not giving it. Good evening, everyone. So, we have reached the end of this informative event of Lawrence Academia. I, Harsha Vispute, on behalf of Club Aesthetica, take this opportunity to extend a very hearty vote of thanks to everyone who worked really hard to make this event a great success. I would like to thank our chief guest Bhakti Mutha ma'am, our CTC chairman Apte sir, our principal Nalini Ambar ma'am, who spared time from their busy schedule to grace this occasion. I would also like to thank all the faculty members and our faculty in charge, Dr. Anagha Badrota ma'am, for providing us constant support and guidance to make this event successful. Today, we had an opportunity to hear Bhakti ma'am's thought, and this will surely encourage us in our future events. She gave us insight on law as a career and also shared her personal experience. Her thought has enlightened our mind and motivated us. I would also like to thank all the volunteers Mahima, Mitu, Bhakti, Aditya, Khushi, Faisal, who shouldered this venture and made it a great success. I am also very grateful to students coordinator Gautami, Urja and Ananya for guiding us through the event. Last but not the least, I would also like to thank all the participants for attending today's session, without whom this wouldn't have been such a great success. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all the volunteers, because they are the part of our college and they actually play the most important role when we are hosting any of the competition. And I've been in that place, so being in this place was something really new and exciting, as well as almost something where I had never imagined that I'm going to be this side addressing all of my friends and juniors who are going to be pursuing legal careers. So thanks a lot, and of course, thanks a lot all the audience who have joined us today.
Sorry, ma'am. You are not audible.
And thank you so much. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am. Now you're
Thumbs
audible.
up. Okay, fine. So I would just like to say thank you so much, everybody, for the patient ears, and thank you so much, Nitin Apte sir, for your guidance, and it has actually motivated me more to work hard. And also special thanks to Dr. Anaka Baldota ma'am for being the architect of this event. I really feel pride to be called here, and I would really appreciate, and also would be very happy to again enlighten whenever called. So thank you so much, and yes, that's what I would say.
Thank you, Bhakti, for this edutainment.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wish you all the best for your next career.
Thank you so much. And anyone who has any issues or any queries ahead, you can contact me through LinkedIn, and also I'll drop my email ID over here so that you can get in touch with me, if that's okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, so here you go. And yes, so happy to meet you all, and all the very best for your career perspectives also. And I hope we are going to keep meeting each other because we're in the same profession. So, yeah, thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Yes, Bhakti. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.